What if I told you why you feel tired, stiff, or just a little off in the morning has nothing to do with age and everything to do with breakfast? You grab that juice, muffin, or maybe a yogurt that claims to be healthy. It feels right. But for those of us over 60, those habits might be doing more harm than good. This isn't about eating less. It's about eating smart. And it starts with what's on your plate tomorrow morning. Let's be honest. For most of our lives, breakfast was just routine. A cup of coffee, maybe toast, maybe nothing at all. But once you hit your 60s, your body starts needing a little more support. You might notice you're more tired by mid-morning, or your joints feel a little stiffer. That's not just age. That's nutrition talking. And the truth is, small changes in what you eat each morning can make a huge difference. You don't need a special diet or fancy ingredients. Just real food that give your body what it needs. More protein, more fiber, less sugar. It's not about restriction. It's about smarter choices that help you feel stronger, longer. And that starts with breakfast. Here's the thing most people don't realize. As we get older, our bodies don't respond to food the same way they used to. That cereal you love in your 40s? Now it spikes your blood sugar. That juice you thought was helping? It's likely setting you up for a crash before lunch. And muffins? Let's just say they're more like dessert. The truth is, many of the foods we've relied on are now working against us. But here's the good news. You're not stuck. A few smart changes to your breakfast can help protect your muscles, boost your energy, and sharpen your focus. You don't need to be perfect, just a little more aware. And it all starts with what's on your plate. Let's kick things off with a big one, sugary cereals. You've seen them. Bright boxes, fun mascots, maybe even words like whole grain or fortified with vitamins on the label. They seem harmless. Some even sound healthy. But here's the truth. Most of these cereals are loaded with sugar and have barely any of the good stuff your body actually needs, like fiber, protein, or healthy fats. When you're in your 60s or older, starting the day with a blood sugar spike is just about the worst thing you can do. Why? Because your body doesn't handle sugar the way it used to. That spike feels good for a moment, but then comes the crash. And that crash? It brings fatigue, irritability, and even triggers your body to break down muscle for energy. Not great. Let's take Pete Landon as an example. He's 76 and retired. For years, his go-to breakfast was a big bowl of Frosted Flakes. He thought it was easy, fast, and not too heavy. But over time, Pete started noticing that he'd get hungry again by mid-morning. Worse, his knees ached more than usual, and his energy tanked by lunch. His doctor took one look at his food log and pointed right at the cereal. Pete made one simple change. He swapped that sugary bowl for steel-cut oats, added some chopped walnuts, tossed in a few blueberries. Nothing fancy, but the difference? Night and day. He felt fuller longer, had more energy, and even said his afternoon brain fog disappeared. And Pete isn't alone. Research shows that older adults who eat high-sugar breakfasts are more likely to experience inflammation, reduced muscle mass, and even difficulty concentrating. That means your easy breakfast might be costing you more than you think, physically and mentally. Here's the thing. When you eat refined carbs without enough fiber or protein, your blood sugar spikes and drops. Your body scrambles to fix it, often by breaking down muscle. And at our age, muscle is not something we can afford to lose. But the fix is simple. You don't have to give up cereal. Just be smarter about it. Choose whole grain oats or a high-fiber, low-sugar option. Pair it with nuts or Greek yogurt. Or try overnight oats with fruit. These changes are easy, and they work. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for that familiar colorful box, ask yourself, is this helping me feel strong today? If the answer is no, it's time to make the switch. Your body will thank you, and so will your energy, your joints, and your focus. Let's talk about fruit juice. It sounds like a healthy way to start your day, right? After all, It comes from fruit, it's colorful, and the label says it's full of vitamin C. But here's something most folks don't realize. Fruit juice is not the same as fruit. When you drink juice, you're getting all the sugar, but none of the fiber. And that fiber? It's what slows down how sugar hits your bloodstream. Now, if you're in your 60s or older, your body doesn't bounce back from sugar spikes like it used to. Drinking juice on an empty stomach first thing in the morning is like stepping on the gas. Your blood sugar skyrockets. And not long after, it crashes. That crash leaves you feeling tired, unfocused, and sometimes even shaky. Let me tell you about Maggie Alvarez. She's 70 and a retired nurse from San Antonio. For years, she started every morning with a glass of orange juice. She thought it gave her a quick energy boost. But after a while, she noticed her muscles ached more, and she felt exhausted by mid-morning. Her doctor asked about her breakfast habits and gently suggested she try something different. Maggie replaced her juice with a homemade smoothie. She used spinach, frozen berries, almond milk, and a scoop of protein powder. Within a week, she felt more energized, her soreness went down, and she didn't feel the need to snack before lunch. That one change made a noticeable difference. Here's the bottom line. Juice, no matter how natural it claims to be, is still a sugar bomb. It goes straight into your system and offers very little in return. No protein, no fat, no fiber. Just a short-lived rush that ends with your body struggling to stabilize itself. If you want real energy, hydration, and nutrients, try blending whole fruits and vegetables into a smoothie. Or simply drink water, maybe with lemon or cucumber slices. You'll get the hydration your body needs without the blood sugar roller coaster. And remember, this isn't about giving up everything you love. It's about choosing foods that help you feel better, not worse. Juice might look good in the glass, but it doesn't hold a candle to a breakfast that truly fuels your body. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for that carton in the fridge, ask yourself, is this helping or hurting? Make the switch. Your energy, your muscles, and your mind will all feel the difference. Let's talk about yogurt. It sounds like one of those safe breakfast options, right? Especially if you've been told to cut back on fat. So you go with the low-fat kind. Maybe even the fruit-flavored one with all the bright packaging. But here's what's really going on. When food makers take out fat, they often add sugar or thickeners to make it taste better. And that swap? It's not doing you any favors. Your body needs healthy fats, especially as you age. They help with hormone balance, vitamin absorption, and even brain function. When you eat low-fat yogurt loaded with sugar, you're skipping out on what your body needs and loading up on what it doesn't. Let me tell you about Margaret Ellis. She's 75 and used to start every day with a cup of low-fat strawberry yogurt. It was easy, quick, and it felt like the right choice. But she started feeling tired not long after breakfast. Her energy dipped, her weight crept up, and she couldn't figure out why. During a visit with her nutritionist, they took a closer look. That yogurt had over 20 grams of sugar and barely any fat. So she switched things up. Now, she eats plain full-fat Greek yogurt with chia seeds and a few blueberries. Within a week, she felt fuller, more energized, and her digestion improved too. Here's why it works. Full-fat yogurt has protein and fat that keep you full longer. It helps regulate blood sugar and provides essential nutrients like vitamin D, which supports bone health and immunity. And when it's not packed with sugar, your body doesn't go through the spiking crash cycle. It's also about satisfaction. When you eat something rich and balanced, you're less likely to reach for snacks or overeat later. Margaret said she used to feel hungry again by 10. Now, she can go through the morning feeling steady and focused. And no, full fat doesn't mean it's bad for your heart. New research shows that healthy fats from dairy can actually support heart health when eaten in moderation. It's the added sugars that are more of a threat. So next time you reach for yogurt, flip the label. Look at the sugar. Look for real fat. Choose plain Greek yogurt and add your own toppings. That one swap can help you feel stronger, more stable, and ready to take on your day. Let's be real. Muffins feel like a comfort food. They're soft, sweet, and go perfectly with a hot cup of coffee. For many people, they're a quick grab-and-go breakfast. But here's the part no one tells you. Most muffins you buy from a store or coffee shop are cupcakes without the frosting. They're packed with sugar, refined flour, and very little else that your body actually needs to start the day strong. When you're in your 60s or 70s, eating something that sends your blood sugar soaring and crashing is the opposite of what your body needs. What you want is something that fuels your energy, supports your muscles, and keeps you feeling steady. Muffins? They do the opposite. They give you a short burst of satisfaction and then leave you hungry, tired, and sometimes foggy-headed not long after. Let me introduce you to Jeanette Holloway. She's 72, a retired nurse who loved her morning blueberry muffin. It was her comfort food. She'd eat it with coffee and feel good for about an hour. But over time, she noticed she was dragging through her morning walks. Her legs felt heavy, her energy dipped, and her doctor gently asked her about her breakfast. Jeanette switched things up. She started having whole grain toast with mashed avocado and a boiled egg. It wasn't as sweet, but she quickly noticed she had more energy and fewer aches. She said, "I didn't realize how much that muffin was slowing me down." And she's not alone. Studies show that high-sugar, low-protein breakfasts, like muffins, can lead to inflammation, poor appetite control, and long-term muscle loss. They don't just lack protein. They lack fiber and healthy fats, too. All the things that help older adults maintain strength and stamina. Now, if you love baked goods, I get it. You don't have to give them up entirely. But think about how often you're starting your day with something that's more dessert than breakfast. If it's regular, it's worth rethinking. A better choice? Whole grains paired with protein. Think oatmeal with nuts, whole wheat toast with eggs, or even Greek yogurt with fruit. These options fuel your body in a way muffins just can't match. So tomorrow morning, before you unwrap that muffin, take a second. Ask yourself, do I want comfort now or strength for the day? With just one small change, you can have both fuel and flavor. And if you still want that muffin-like experience, consider making your own at home using almond flour, oats, bananas, or even adding a scoop of protein powder. That way, you control what goes in, and your body gets something that works for it, not against it. A little awareness goes a long way. The more you know about how breakfast foods affect your aging body, the easier it becomes to make smart, satisfying choices every single morning. Now let's talk about something that deserves more attention: whole grains. They may not be flashy or trendy, but they're one of the best things you can eat in the morning, especially if you're over 60. Whole grains are like slow-burning fuel. They give your body steady energy, support your digestion, and help keep your muscles strong. Whole grains include foods like steel-cut oats, quinoa, brown rice, barley, and whole wheat bread. What makes them different from refined grains is that they still have their bran and germ intact. That's where the fiber, vitamins, and minerals live. Refined grains? Most of that good stuff is stripped away. Take Elaine Whitmore, for example. She's 78, a retired schoolteacher. For years, her breakfast was 2 slices of white toast with a little butter. It filled her up, but only for an hour or two. She often felt tired and foggy before lunchtime. Her doctor suggested she switch to steel-cut oats with almond butter and banana. She tried it, and she felt the difference in just a few days. Elaine said her energy stayed steady through the morning, and she no longer needed that mid-morning snack. Her digestion improved, and she even started taking longer walks again. That's what happens when you give your body fuel it can actually use. Whole grains are packed with B vitamins, magnesium, and fiber, all essential for aging muscles, heart health, and stable blood sugar. That's a big deal for seniors because blood sugar spikes can lead to fatigue, mood swings, and even increase your risk for muscle loss over time. And let's not forget about digestion. Many older adults struggle with constipation or bloating. Whole grains help keep things moving, reduce inflammation in the gut, and improve how your body absorbs nutrients from other foods. The best part? Whole grains are versatile. You can make overnight oats, have a slice of whole wheat toast with eggs, or even cook up a batch of quinoa to eat with fruit and nuts. It doesn't have to be boring. Add cinnamon, chopped apples, or a drizzle of honey. Make it your own. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, is my breakfast helping me stay strong? If it's not, whole grains are a great place to start. They're simple, satisfying, and proven to support healthy aging from the inside out. And if you're wondering whether it's too late to make a difference, the answer is no. Your body is always ready to respond to better choices. Even swapping refined toast for a hearty bowl of oats can improve your focus, your mood, and how your joints feel throughout the day. It's a small shift, but it has big ripple effects. Give it a try. Your body will feel the difference. And once you do, you may never want to go back. Now let's talk about one of the most underrated breakfast powerhouses out there, avocados. They're creamy, filling, and loaded with nutrients that older adults need. And no, it's not just a trendy thing for young people. Avocados are packed with the kind of healthy fats that help your body function better as you age. Here's the deal. When you eat an avocado, you're giving your body monounsaturated fats. These are the good fats, the ones that help reduce inflammation, support heart health, and keep your energy steady throughout the day. They also help your body absorb vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Without enough fat in your meal, those nutrients might just pass right through without doing their job. Take Judith L. Benson. She's 74 and stays pretty active with her morning walks. But a few months ago, she started feeling sore and tired afterward. Her daughter suggested she try adding avocado to her breakfast. So Judith mashed half an avocado on whole grain toast and topped it with an egg. Within a week, she felt stronger and had more stamina. Avocados also contain potassium, which helps with muscle function and can prevent cramps, something that a lot of older adults struggle with. Plus, they're high in fiber, which supports digestion and helps keep blood sugar levels steady. And here's what's really great. They keep you full. Unlike a sugary breakfast that leaves you hungry an hour later, an avocado-based meal gives you that lasting satisfaction. You don't get the crash. You don't get the cravings. Just steady energy and focus. If you're not sure how to eat them, don't worry. It's easy. Mash one on toast with a sprinkle of salt and pepper. Dice it into a salad. Add it to a smoothie for extra creaminess. Or pair it with eggs for a balanced, protein-packed breakfast. So next time you're planning your morning meal, think about how you want to feel for the rest of the day. If strong, steady, and focused sound good, avocado might just be your new best friend. It's simple, it's delicious, and it works. And the benefits don't stop at energy and digestion. Healthy fats like the ones in avocado also play a role in maintaining brain health and joint flexibility. That's especially important if you're trying to stay sharp and mobile in your 70s and beyond. Even better, avocados are naturally low in sugar and sodium, which makes them a heart-smart choice. They're also versatile. You can mix them with tuna, spread them on crackers, or even blend them with cocoa powder and a little honey for a surprisingly healthy dessert. It's not about trends. It's about fueling your body in a way that's simple, satisfying, and smart. Avocados just happen to check all those boxes and more. Let's talk about one of the most classic breakfast foods out there, eggs. They've been around forever, and for good reason. Eggs are one of the most complete sources of nutrition you can put on your plate, especially as you get older. And the best part? They're simple, affordable, and incredibly versatile. So what makes eggs such a smart choice for seniors? For starters, They're packed with high-quality protein. That means they give your body the building blocks it needs to maintain and repair muscle. And maintaining muscle is a big deal as you age. Strong muscles help you stay active, avoid falls, and keep your independence longer. Let's take Frank Moreno as an example. He's 79, retired, and used to eat oatmeal every morning. It wasn't bad, but he started noticing he didn't have the same strength during his walks. After talking with his dietitian, he started adding 2 eggs to his breakfast, sometimes scrambled, sometimes boiled. Within weeks, he felt more energized and steadier on his feet. Eggs also deliver key nutrients that support brain health and bone strength. They're rich in vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium. They also contain choline, a nutrient that supports memory and cognitive function. So while you're helping your muscles, you're also giving your brain a little love too. And don't worry about the old fear of cholesterol. Current research shows that for most people, eating eggs in moderation is not only safe but beneficial. The nutrients in the yolk, like lutein and zeaxanthin, support eye health and help fight age-related vision loss. If you're tired of plain eggs, mix things up. Make an omelet with spinach and tomatoes. Try a hard-boiled egg with avocado toast. Or poach one and serve it over quinoa and veggies. There are countless ways to make eggs exciting again. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, what's going to help me feel strong, sharp, and satisfied? Chances are a couple of eggs might be just what your body needs. They're quick, nourishing, and dependable, just like you. And let's not forget how satisfying eggs are. Unlike quick sugary breakfasts that leave you hungry in an hour, eggs keep you full and focused. That means fewer cravings, better portion control at lunch, and more stable energy throughout the day. Plus, eggs are easy to prep in advance. Boil a few at the beginning of the week. Keep them in the fridge for a grab-and-go breakfast or midday snack. You don't need fancy ingredients, just a little planning and a few minutes in the kitchen. Your breakfast should work for you, not against you. And eggs? They've stood the test of time for a reason. They support your body, your mind, and your long-term health, all in one small, powerful package. Let's finish off with something sweet and smart. Berries. Whether it's blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, or raspberries, these tiny fruits pack a powerful punch. And for older adults, they might just be one of the best things to add to your breakfast plate. Why? Berries are loaded with antioxidants. These little compounds fight off the free radicals in your body that can lead to inflammation and cell damage. That's especially important as we age, because inflammation is behind a lot of the aches, pains, and chronic issues many seniors face. Take Caroline Matthews. She's 78 and loves gardening. But after long mornings in her yard, she started feeling sore and slow to bounce back. Her daughter suggested she try adding berries to her breakfast. So, Caroline started topping her oatmeal with fresh blueberries each morning. Within 2 weeks, she noticed less stiffness in her joints and felt more limber during her daily walks. Berries also provide vitamin C, which helps your body produce collagen, a key protein for keeping your skin, joints, and connective tissue healthy. And let's not forget about fiber. Berries help keep digestion regular and support healthy blood sugar levels. That means fewer of those midday energy crashes. What's great is how easy they are to include. Toss a handful into your yogurt. Blend them into a smoothie. Mix them into oatmeal. Or just enjoy them fresh by the spoonful. They add natural sweetness without the crash that comes from added sugars. Plus, they're low in calories but high in flavor, which makes them perfect for anyone watching their weight or trying to eat clean without sacrificing taste. And because they digest slowly, they help keep you full longer, great for appetite control and stable energy. If you're buying frozen, no problem. Just look for unsweetened varieties. They're just as nutritious and can be kept on hand all year round. So next time you build your breakfast, Think beyond just filling your stomach. Think about fueling your body. Adding berries might seem like a small choice, but it's a powerful one. And the benefits? They speak for themselves. And here's something else to consider. Berries have also been linked to better brain health. Some studies suggest that regular intake of berries may help slow cognitive decline by protecting brain cells from oxidative stress. That means a handful of berries in the morning might help keep your memory sharp and your thinking clear. Small fruit, big impact. It's those little things you do every day, like choosing berries over sugary toppings, that make a long-term difference in how you feel and function. Here's the truth, plain and simple. Every morning, you have a choice. You can go through the motions, grab the usual, and feel drained by 10. Or you can pause, rethink your breakfast, and set yourself up for a better day. That first meal tells your body what kind of day it's about to have. Will it be a crash and burn, or a strong and steady climb? Small changes matter. Oats instead of sugary cereal. An egg instead of a muffin. Avocado toast over a sweet pastry. These swaps are not just about eating better. They're about living better. You made it this far. Now, give your body what it needs to keep going strong. Tomorrow's energy starts with today's breakfast. So what have we learned? Breakfast matters more than most of us think. It's not just about filling your belly. It's about fueling your day and setting the tone for how you move, think, and feel. Sugary cereals, fruit juices, and low-fat yogurts. They seem harmless, but often leave you feeling worse. The good stuff? Whole grains, eggs, avocados, and berries. These are more than just foods. They're tools for strength, energy, and better aging. You don't need a perfect plate every day, just a mindful one. Make one change this week, then another. Over time, those choices build momentum. And that momentum, that's where the magic happens. Start with breakfast, and you're already ahead. Now it's your turn. What small change will you make to your breakfast this week? Swapping juice for a smoothie? Adding eggs or berries? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if this video gave you something to think about, hit the like button. Share it with someone who might need a little breakfast inspiration. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got more real tips, smart swaps, and everyday health wisdom coming your way.